I'm putting all this together. Hold on. Let me put all this together. Let me scoot this back a little bit. Just a hair. I got everything working. Just about. Hold on. Let me slide this camera over. Because I'm over here trying to put everything together to make this here work. I'm working everything, y'all. I'm working everything. Trying to anyway. What's up, gorgeous people? I'm trying to hook everything up. Make everything look good. Trying to anyway. What's going on? What's good? I got all my little cameras working. I got the Facebook Live. I got the Instagram. I got YouTube. What's going on? I got everybody working. What's good? Tonight, it's all about you. Tonight, it's all about you. Now, the title of this evening is what's wrong with you? That's the title of this evening. What's wrong with you? It's kind of like Anita Baker was singing, what's wrong with you? Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what's going on because, a lot of stuff that goes on in your life actually contributes or have contributed to a lot of weight gain. A lot of stuff just isn't about, I eat too much. Or, I gained 70 pounds because of, a lot of that stuff is it's basically based off of your situations. Your situations. A lot of, your situations put you in the predicament that you're currently in right now. Long-term stress, long-term problems, long-term issues to where, if you just nip certain things in the bud, boom, you good. But a lot of times we just let stuff linger. We just let stuff linger versus just conquering stuff and just being like, okay, cool. So tonight, the subject is, what's going on with you? What's wrong? So I'm going to bring some people in and, we just going to talk and we're going to rap and we're going to sort through some stuff. Love y'all too. Y'all show me so much love. Thank y'all. And look, and congratulations, because I see a whole bunch of, Coach, I've lost this. And it's funny because I see it here, I see it here, I see it here, I see it here. It's like, Coach, I done lost it. I'm like, congratulations. So, anybody want to talk about their issue? Anybody want to talk about what's going on with them? Go ahead and click on it. And actually, you can actually ask me to join the broadcast if you like to join the broadcast. So if you're having an issue, let's talk about it. We can talk about life, weight loss, love, whatever you want to talk about. Because again, it all contributes. I mean, everything contributes to either your weight loss or your weight gain. Feel me on that. I was 436, now 160. Good job, Monica. Okay, now, Monica, we out there now. So let's talk about your problems. Let's talk about your issues. What's going on? What's happening? Hey, Tanya. Hey, what's good? Now, before you start telling me what's going on, let me, can I do a Kenya Crooks public service announcement? Can I do one? Can I do a Kenya Crooks PSA? Okay. Don't let the internet make you look foolish. Especially when it comes to relationships. Don't let it make you look like a fool. Because this is what happens a lot of times. A lot of times we start stuff on the internet. Like say, me and you, we together. Say we together, okay? And say, originally, you know, we met up on Facebook and, you know, everything was good. But now, I'm leaving you subliminal stuff. I'm leaving you subliminal stuff. Now, YouTube, stop. Look, every time I get one, hold on. Let me turn this off. Because they doing other stuff over there. And I got to turn them off. Hold on one second. Lord, I can't play with YouTube no more. Anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. A lot of times when you start off, and again, we're in love, and then stuff starts going left. Stuff starts going left. Okay? So, long story short, now I'm sending you subliminal stuff, and I'm acting out a character trying to get back at you. I'm doing stuff to try to get at you. So now I'm out of character. Everybody kind of knows, you know, what our deal is, our close friends do. But now I'm going out of my way. Y'all don't do that. Don't do that. Because it brings down your value, because you don't think people know. And you don't think people, in your mind, you don't think people can see what's going on in your life. But a lot of stuff that you've built up, you know, in terms of, you know, honor and integrity, now you're starting to mess that up. Because you're too busy trying to show people, when in actuality, you're making yourself look bad through trying to show people stuff. Feel me on that. If you're in something where people are making you act out of character, or a person is making you act out of character, just wave it away. Just wave it away. Just leave it alone. Don't fool with it. Because again, people don't know him, but they know you. And so now what you have to fight against is messing up your credibility because you're trying to show somebody something. Feel me on that. So again, if people are getting you to act out of character, just wave it away. Just wave it away. Can we agree? So let me see what's going on with some of y'all. Let me see what's happening. Tell me what's going on with you. Let me see what's going on. Let me read some of y'all stuff. Let's see. Latanya says, let me read this. Latanya says, that's what happened to me. That's when I gained 40 pounds back, coach. I was so embarrassed knowing I worked so hard for 10 months, but I'm back on track. Good. Let's see. Nicole says, in the last 2 weeks, I have lost my job and losing my apartment and have to relocate. Okay, now let's talk about it. Because I think we've all been there. You know, when stuff is going wrong, you got to fight through that stuff. You got to fight through that stuff. I mean, it's hard, but it's harder when you stop fighting. I always remember this. It's kind of like boxing. As long as you're punching, you got a chance. As long as you're swinging and you're just jabbing, you got a chance. But as soon as you stop swinging and you don't throw any more punches, that's when you get knocked out. So fight through your stuff. And that's the other piece of it too. Know what season you're in. Please understand what season you're in. Okay? Understand what season you're in. Okay? Because if you're in the season of struggle, fight. Fight. And again, it does not have an expiration date. Because a lot of times when we get into stuff, we think, oh, this is going to last for about a week. I thought this was going to last for a week. Oh, now I'm 5 months into it. When does this stuff end? When does it end? Okay, let me help you. The longer you fight, the longer you stay in it, the faster you get through stuff. But if you just sit like how I'm sitting right here, and you just keep hoping stuff just passes on through and on by, the longer you stay in your stuff. You got to become active. you got to continue to fight in this thing versus I'm going to shrink up. Because that's what people do. People shrink up whenever they're met with adversity. See, that's the time when you get bigger on people. You got to get bigger. And you got to continue to tell yourself, you know what? Even if it's not the truth, you got to keep telling yourself, you know what? I'm almost through it. I'm almost through it. I'm almost through it. All I got to do is just keep swinging, keep punching. I'm almost through it. Then if you're not careful, you end up getting through it. And that's a beautiful thing. You learn more about yourself when you're facing adversity than you do during the good times. Matter of fact, the stuff that you're currently going through will always be a point of reference for you for the rest of your life. Because anytime you're faced with something else, then you can always refer back to that time when you were at your worst. So it's kind of like with me, anytime I'm faced with something and I'm like, dang, this is horrible. Dang, shoot. I go back and I look at my worst of times. And I'm like, you know what? It might be hard right now, but no way is it comparable to that over there. Because that over there was way worse. That over there was way worse. And then it kind of draws you back in and it's like, you know what? My stuff really ain't that bad. See, sometimes you need your bad stuff to put your current stuff in perspective. Because you can shake that stuff off and be like, you know what? This is bad, but compared to that, you know, this is a cakewalk. Let me read some of this stuff. Let's see. Yolanda says, emotional eater, dealing with depression. Let's talk about that. Can we talk about that? Okay. Emotional eaters. Okay, you've already identified that you're an emotional eater, right? Okay. What you have to do, you have to switch that behavior. You have to flip that behavior. Feel me on that. Okay? So it's kind of like instead of doing stuff that's going to cause you harm, you got to do something that's going to help you. Feel me on that. You got to do something that's going to help you. So instead of eating whenever somebody pisses you off, go for a run. Do something that's going to help you lose weight versus gaining weight, because what happens is you're going to end up having a compound problem. And what that is somebody makes you mad, pisses you off, and then you go to eating, and then you step on the scale the next day like you always do. You step on the scale. Now you're feeling guilty because you done gained weight. Now you're feeling bad because you feel like you don't have self-control, and the thing that pissed you off is still smiling at you, you know, in the morning. You got to change that behavior. You got to say, you know what? I'm mad. So I'm going for a walk. I'm going for a jog. I'm going to figure this thing out, and I'm not going to hurt myself. I'm not going to do anything that's going to set me back, because I always remember, you can never finish if you're always starting over. My favorite word is finish. Finish it. Finish. You got to finish. But you can never finish if you're always starting over. So change that. Okay, can we agree that you're going to change your actions whenever something triggers you? Because something is always going to trigger you. Something's always going to set you off. I mean, that's just life. Life, again, you will always hear me say, you know, God has people in your life. The devil has people in your life too. So everybody has a job. But you also have your job too by not falling for that old okie doke. Feel me? Okay, so let's change that. Let me see. Let me read some stuff. Denavia says self-encouragement. Self-encouragement. Let's talk about encouraging yourself. Okay, it's amazing to me how you can always applaud everybody else, get excited about everybody else, but you don't get excited about you. You don't promote you. You'll promote your girlfriend stuff, but when it comes to you, you kind of blah about it. You don't get excited. Beyonce will pop up at Coachella. You're excited. You promote her stuff the next day. You fired up about it. You know, Black Panther sets a box office record. You're excited about it. But you can't get excited about you. You're with you every day. Again, the first person you have to sell every day is you on you. Okay? You have to be your biggest advocate. You have to become your biggest cheerleader. Because again, we're at an age now where people don't encourage you anymore. People are more apt to congratulate and cheer for your children than they are for you. Because if they cheer for you, then it makes them feel bad about themselves. So why would I do that? Why would I do that? Because if I cheer for you, that means you're still playing in the game. You're still involved. You're still present. But if I've retired from the game, I'm not going to encourage you. You losing weight? No. What? No. You trying to start a business? No. You trying to marry somebody, have a successful relationship, and I don't have one? Oh, no. That's where you got to be your biggest advocate. And that's why you got to be your biggest cheerleader. Again, it baffles me and kills my mind to see you get excited about people. And again, I'm on a TV show. So it kills my mind when you get excited about people you don't know versus the person you wake up with every day, that being you. You got to start supporting you. You got to start believing in you again. Again, somebody has changed your mind about you. You got to change your mind about you. You got to start saying those affirmations and start, reaffirming who you already are. Before somebody changed your mind about you. There was a time when you was feeling good about you. There was a time, when you were feeling hopeful versus doubtful and fearful and scared all the time. There was a time when you were enthusiastic about life versus waking up, going to a job you hate, seeing people you hate, even going to church with people you hate. There was a time when you felt good about you. Let's go back to that person. Let's circle around. Let's circle that thing around and let's go find that person. She's there. He's there. So you got to just grab your pom-poms and start cheering. Because again, if you looking over there for support, because we get in trouble when we look over there for support, they ain't clapping for you. Because anytime they clap for you, they got to look at themselves and they ain't trying to do that. So you got to become your biggest advocate. Okay? You got to become your biggest advocate. Let me read some of these. Let me keep reading. Let me see. Because we kicking it. We just talking. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me go back. Broken relationship. I'm just reading. A broken relationship. I feel like I put everything into him and his business and lost sight of my own goals. How many of y'all have done that before? You will hear me preach this all the time, okay? I don't care if it's your kids. I don't care if it's your relationship. Don't let your life swallow you up. Because that's what y'all do. Because y'all nurture it. You always support everybody else. But you support everybody else. You get excited about everybody else. But you put yourself on the back burner. Now, what happens to the women that's 35 and over? You'll get to a certain point in life where you want to do some stuff. But then as soon as it gets hard, you'll deflect. And then you'll say, well, shoot, instead of me putting this energy into myself, I need to start focusing in on my daughter, my son, my boo. Because now I'm at a point to where it's kind of hard. So instead of me just saying I quit, or instead of saying, this is too hard for me right now, I'll go ahead and I will just willingly fake myself out by deflecting and basically deferring to the person that's closest to me. Now, what happened in your situation is basically you thought by supporting that basically it would bring y'all closer together. You've shelved your stuff, put your stuff over here, put it on the back burner, and you put all of your energy into his stuff until he basically said, well, shoot, I'm where I'm at now, so I don't need you no more. I don't need you anymore. That's the same thing your kids say. When basically it's time for them to go to college and they don't need mama no more. Seen it. I've been doing this for almost 20 years. I've seen this countless amounts of time. I know how the story works out. You put all your energy and effort into people leave you. Either they leave you in the relationship or they leave you because they're growing and they're going to college and this, that, and the other. That's why you always still got to maintain self through it all. Stop sacrificing your vision. Sometimes you just got to say, I'm tripping. You know what? I've hit a wall and I'm tripping. How about I just speak to my wall, speak to my mountain, and just go through it versus, oh, this is hard. So what I'll do is I'll do the acceptable thing, and I'll do what everybody else does by, instead of addressing and going through it, yes, it's hard, I'll just go ahead and put this over here, and I'll say, basically, I'm focused on my children, or I'm focusing on helping my boo with his business until they don't need you anymore. And see, that's the cool thing about life. That wall is still there. That wall is still there waiting on you. That wall just doesn't crumble over time. That wall that you left over there, it's still waiting on you. But now you're hurt because of the things that happened over there. This is still looking at you like, dog, what we gonna do? I'm saying, I've been waiting on you just to knock me down. But now you so devastated by that relationship, that you poured into. But again, it's your fault too. It's your fault. It's not his fault. People do what they gonna do. But it's on you to guard and protect you. And see, that's the problem. You went there ultra exposed. Boom, take all of me. Exposed your heart. And then when he didn't need you no more, crushed that thing up, dropped it. I don't need it no more. But again, your mountain is still over there waiting on you. But you still hurt by the stuff over here. So this is what you need to do. Take ownership of your stuff. And I'm going to tell you why you take ownership of your issues. I'm going to tell you why. Because when you take ownership of stuff and you say it's my fault, regardless of whose fault it was, when you say it's my fault and you take ownership of it, you take back the power. See, when you give your power away, now you leave it up to him to say, you know what, I've messed up, I'm sorry. You're waiting on that. And that's what gets you in trouble, because you're waiting for an explanation. You're waiting for that person to validate you when it's on you to validate you. But it goes back to you taking ownership and saying, you know what? I did the right thing with the wrong person at the wrong time. I apologize to myself. Boom, I'm taking my power back. I don't need an excuse from you. I don't need to be validated by you. I validate me. Now let me go up here and let me crush this mountain that's been waiting for me so I can get to the other side of it and become the person that I know I should have become a long time ago, because, by me going over there, I've wasted time over here. Again, I could have already defeated this thing months and years ago. But now I'm taking my power back. Got my power back. Now I can do some stuff. versus blaming people. When you blame people, you have no power. When you say stuff like, I would have been so much further ahead had it not been for, you give power to that situation when you say stuff like that. But when you say, I messed that whole thing up, power back in your hands. So take your power back and make sure you finish what you should have. You make sure you finish that thing. Anything you start, make sure you finish. Do not leave this earth without finishing. Because there's a lot of people, who get sidetracked by life, but not you, because now you know better. So now you got to go ahead and speak to your mountain and destroy your mountain. How about that? Now, let me read some more stuff. Hold on. Let me read some more stuff. Hold on 1 second. Let me read some more stuff. Let me move this. Hold on 1 second. Move this. Let me read some stuff. Hold on. Let me read some stuff. Who else got some stuff for me? We talking. Read some stuff. Let me see. I'm reading issues. Y'all bear with me for a minute. Let me pick something. Broken relationship. We've addressed that. Okay. Let me just read some stuff. Read some stuff over here. See if y'all got some stuff. Hold on. But that power thing is so important. But let me say this. I'm just reading. Okay, hold on. Let me read this. Okay, hold on. Let me read a couple things. Okay. I'm going to go back and forth because y'all got some good stuff going on. Okay. Y'all got a couple things. Hold on. How do I deal with naysayers without punching them in the face? I feel like Effie and Dream Girl singing, I'm changing. I'm uncomfortable, which to me is a good thing. I've always been, what'd you say? Hold on. I've always been a problem solver, the go-to person, that fat funny friend that everybody can depend on. I listen to you every day and every night. Thank you. My friends even tease me because I'm obsessed with becoming a better me and tell me I should listen to you. My spirit tells me that Kenya Crooks, the best weight loss trainer, was placed in my life to guide me back to my purpose. So I guess the question is, how do I deal with naysayers without punching them in the face and sacrificing my progress? That's easy. You don't pay them no attention. You don't pay them any attention. Okay, we get in trouble in life when we want people to understand us. Feel me on that now. So we get frustrated when people don't see the vision. But what I'm going to say to you is this. Is it really on them to see your vision? Let me set this up. Is it really on them? No, because it's your vision. It's your vision. You can't expect everybody to get you. Everybody isn't supposed to be on your journey. I know a lot of people who started off, with certain people, but the trip got them. A lot of people just ain't built for your trip. So stop expecting people just to high five you. Girl, you're doing good. Because it goes back to the original point of, if I'm congratulating you, it's like a mirror. If I'm congratulating you, then that's forcing me to look at myself. Why would I want to do that? You're going to lose 50, 60 pounds. I'm 100 pounds overweight. But I'm supposed to support you. You out running. I know I'm supposed to be. Dang, you done dropped 4, 5, 6, 7 dress sizes. but I'm supposed to congratulate you, even though I'm on high blood pressure medicine. I have diabetes. I've quit. I surrendered. So guess what? No, I'm not going to high five you because it makes me feel bad about me. And see, when you understand the psychology of that thing, you don't get offended. You just say, hey, this is how it is. You can't get moved by that stuff. You can't be emotional about that stuff. You just have to be grown enough to be like, you know what? This is what it is. I understand I can't share everything with everybody because I know everybody is, as long as I'm doing this and it's within the parameters of here and here and it doesn't offend people, everybody like me. But as soon as I step outside of the parameters and I start doing bigger things that make you look in that mirror, then it becomes a problem. Start making more money. Start driving different. Start living different. Start looking good. Then you'll get to see how real people are. Then you really get to understand people. Because a lot of people are a lot of stuff is based on pride. But when you understand the psychology of pride, you don't get offended by that. So my answer to you is, this is your journey. Stop expecting people to high five and clap for you because it ain't going down. Again, you got to be your biggest cheerleader. You got to be your biggest advocate. And when you can understand that these folks ain't going to cheer for me and don't look for them to cheer for me, when you can, be cool with that and still press forward, in your weight loss journey, you good. But that's going to require some maturity on your part. It's going to require you to be grown enough to say, bump it. Okay, cool. It is what it is. But, one monkey don't stop no show. And that's how that is. Now, hold on. Let me read some stuff over here. Okay. Let me read this. You try to be supportive for everyone else, and it goes underappreciated. Time and time, I have forgotten about self-love and self-care. It's my time to live. Okay? That's the other piece of it. Start becoming selfish. Because again, you give your best to the world and you give it to the wrong people. To where, I always explain it like this. You're a lake, okay? And you're a huge lake. I mean a huge lake. But what y'all do is, you let people come up there with big old buckets. They scoop stuff up, walk away. Over time, there's a drought. But people still, even during a drought, comes by, because you allow them to, scoop up stuff, scoop up your stuff, scoop up your water, boom. And again, there's a drought going on, so there's no rain. So now everything is starting to dry up. But people still coming with buckets because you've allowed it to happen. Again, that's on you. Because when people do you wrong, in order for them to do you wrong, you have to give them permission. And that's what some of y'all do. Y'all give people, verbally or non-verbally, permission to do you wrong, to take from you. Because again, what they're doing is taking, but they never replenish. They never return it. They just keep taking and taking and taking until everything runs dry. And there's nothing left. And they don't care. And the people you deal with will probably look at your stuff and be like, dang, that was a dope lake. But is there another one somewhere around? Is there something else closer? I mean, because ain't nothing here, so let me go on over here. And let me start over here. Those are the type of people you deal with. Start becoming selfish. Start learning how to tell people no. Because when you say no, now you're conserving your stuff versus letting people just Draw from your lake. Sometimes it's about self-preservation. You don't preserve yourself. You let people take advantage of you. You let people take from you who willingly take from you. You got to start saying no to stuff. No does not make you a bad person. No basically says, you know what? I'm going to be selfish. I'm not going to put anything or anybody else above my wants and needs anymore. Because y'all been doing that mess for years now. You've been doing it for a long time. And again, the people who get you the quickest and the fastest are the people who wear your last name. They will wear you. You don't need haters. You got family. They will flat out wear your butt out. So, no is a beautiful word. Doesn't make you a bad person, but it will help to preserve some stuff. Okay? So, work on that word. No is a beautiful thing. Let me see. I'm waiting for closure. Stop waiting on it. Stop waiting on it. Stop waiting on. Let me give you something good. I know a lot of people, and I always use this. It's kind of like this. You have a born day, you have a dash, you have a date of death. Okay? Now, that dash is important because it basically signifies how you lived. Wouldn't it be sad if you got stopped and basically got, set up at a standstill because of something that happened to you 20 years ago? Because of something that happened to you 15 years ago. You never got past it. You're waiting on closure. Stop waiting on closure. You give yourself closure. You don't need people to say, I'm sorry for raping you. I'm sorry for molesting you. Don't wait on that. Because again, we talking about power. You gotta forgive that whole situation. You gotta forgive you. Stop waiting for people to apologize to you for something that happens. I always remember, things don't happen to you, regardless if it's good, bad, or indifferent. Everything happens for you. Even the bad stuff. Even the bad stuff. Okay? Because at the end of the day, if you're still stuck, who won? Who won? I come from a sports background. I'm a wins and losses type dude. Okay? Something happened to you 20, 25 years ago. Something happened to you 10, 15 years ago. But you never moved past it. Who won? Who won? You got raped. You got molested. Somebody walked away from you. Somebody quit on you. Somebody disappointed you. Somebody broke your heart. Now, let me give you something real good. There's nothing worse. And again, I've seen this. When you get to be over 40, you see a whole bunch of stuff. There's nothing worse than to hold on to something and everybody else have moved on. You still hadn't been in a serious relationship because somebody broke your heart. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, they've been married 10, 15 years, have 2, 3 kids, and ain't thinking about you. Ain't worried about you. There's nothing worse than to be holding on to something that no longer is a part of you, that ain't thinking about you, that don't want any part of you anymore, but you still hanging on to that memory. You gotta let that go. Again, you have to be the person who gives yourself closure. You got, you know, like at the end of the night, I don't know if you've ever just sat in the bed at night, read a book, you know, got to a certain place, and then what you do, you fold up the book, set it up there, and you're good. You'll pick it up next day, start reading again. Now, what I'm going to request for you is to, at the end of the night, fold up the book, set it up real high, never read it again. Stop being bound by stuff that shouldn't have any type of control of you anymore. Okay? Because when I think of issues and I think about problems, I think about it in terms of a person. If I'm still hanging on to something that happened to me 20 years ago, I'm like, dang. If my issue was a person, it would actually be a senior in college. It would be a senior in college. If I'm still hanging on to stuff that happened to me in the 90s, dang, I thought we was going to be together. I'll never trust anybody again. It's about to get a degree. My issue is about to get a degree. Tassels over to the left, about to get a degree. And I never moved forward. So therefore, you know, I've robbed myself of joy. I've robbed myself of happiness because of somebody who's not even thinking about me anymore. You have to be the person who gives yourself closure. Can we agree? You have to be that person. You just have to be that person. Because again, when your issues become a grown person, when it becomes a grown person, it's gone too far. It's gone too far. And you can't let your issue become your stamp. Because I know a lot of people, honestly, who they wear it like a red badge of courage. It's like, dang, look at him. He would have been something had this not happened. You know, she was good up until she met him. Now you stamped on the forehead. You're known as that person. You're walking around in bondage over something that you actually have power over. But it's kind of like the car that's sitting outside. My car won't work unless I use my keys. Use your keys. Use your keys. Take back your power. Use your keys. That's what I need for you to do. Let me see who else got some stuff going on. Let me see who else got some stuff going on. Let me read your stuff. Okay. I'm reading some. When someone at work calls you ugly and fat, and it hurts a lot. Okay. I'm just going back and forth. Okay. This is the thing. A lot of people do stuff just to get a reaction out of you. So who's the bigger fool? Him or you? If I know you're intentionally trying to hurt me, if I know all you're trying to do is trying to get a reaction out of me, but you give it to him or you give it to her, who's the bigger fool? You know what they're trying to do to you, but you give into it, you get emotional, and some people are so mean and so evil-spirited, it's kind of like they get off on that stuff. Okay, so this is what you have to do. Stop giving a reaction. Okay, they call you ugly. You call them ugly back. At some point, you just have to say, you know what? This person is not important enough for me to even acknowledge. You know, I have probably close between all of the social media platforms that I use, we probably have like close to 1 million people who follow us. And we have people who just pop up and just say all kind of stuff and this, that, and the other, y'all blada. And, you know, I'm on TV a lot. So, you know, people always say this, that, and the other about people that I'm close to. And, you know, one day somebody had said something, hopped into a conversation I was having and was just negative and nasty. And, you know, the old me would have just said some stuff, but, you know, I had to basically say within myself, and I had to say to that, well, I was mean. I was mean. I hop back on, and I said something to the effect of, if I speak to you, I'll make you important. And that's not what I'm going to do today. If I acknowledge you, and you coming up here just to get on my nerves and bother me. If I acknowledge you, I make you famous. I make you important. Guess what? I'm not going to do that today. Block. And see, sometimes that's how you have to treat people in your life. Just like you block people on social media, you have to block people in your life too. You have to hit block. You have to hit delete on certain people in your life who purposely try to get a reaction out of you. Because like I said earlier, you have two types of people that's in your life. The people that God sent and the people that the devil sent. Once you acknowledge and you recognize and you label people in your life, you know, he was sent by God, she was sent by God, this is devil. When you acknowledge devil, this is what you are. Boom! Once you label, you put that little stamp on the forehead, then you know how to deal with people. Feel me? So you're going to have to put a block on that person. You're going to have to delete certain people in your life and just wave them away. There's no law that says you have to deal with everybody who talks to you. There's no law that says that you have to acknowledge people, especially when they're trying to mess up your mood. Because again, everybody on this planet has a job, either to uplift you, take you to a different level, or bring you down and reduce you. You just have to make the decision of blocking and deleting. Life is really that easy. We make stuff way too hard. Okay? We make stuff way too hard. Let me see. Yeah, stop giving people reactions. They ain't that important. Everybody shouldn't have access to your feelings. Everybody shouldn't have access to your emotions. You see what I'm saying? But when you come exposed and you open yourself up to people, then people will take advantage of you. You got to stop doing that. You got to stop doing that. So, at the end of the day, delete, block. Life is that easy. Anybody else have anything that they're going through that they want to post up while I'm here? Yeah, you got to have some exorcisms. You got to get them demons up out of your life. Especially when you already know who they are. You know they don't like you. They told you. What person calls you ugly and make you feel bad that's in your corner? Everybody has a job to do. You just can't take it personally when they're doing their job. Because that's what they're here to do. Make you feel bad. Reduce you. Bring you down. But you have a delete button. You have a block button. Use it. Use it. Anybody else got anything going on? We good? But yeah, thank y'all for hanging out with me. Thank you for hanging out with me. We gonna do it. Look, we gonna do this more often because shoot. Look, I love talking to you. I love problem solving. And you know I always shoot you straight. Look, even when nobody else will, I'll always shoot you straight, I promise. So that's what's up. Love y'all. Have a great evening. And again, take your power back. Take your power back. Love y'all. Gone.